Hello everyone, Neo Rashi here. Uh, Although it hasn't been that long since I made a video, it's been almost 3 months since I made my last collection update video. Uh, if you watched my video in the beginning of the year, you know why I didn't do it. So yeah, it's been 4 days short of 3 months since I made my last update video, and for that reason I have gotten 105 books since last video, so a total of 1,671 books. Well, technically I got 106 books because there's a book that I actually removed from my collection because I was told, well, one of my friends from France who basically confirmed that volume 2 of a certain series I was following is not going to release. So I gave up on it, and I still have it in the box, but it's removed from my official collection. Also, before I start my update and show you the series I've got, I would like you to join, if you like the series Love's Insight, which I mentioned several times in my other videos. Join the Discord that I created a couple days ago with a friend. It's going to be in the description below. So if you could join it and come to chat with us, it's a fun place to be if you like to chat and like the series. Anyway, that's going to be the only advertisement I'm going to do for this video. So let's get this show on the road, because I have a lot of book to show. Also, I have read a fair amount, but probably not as much as I would have liked. So you'll see. So let's start with my big black shelf, big black bookcase, and on top I have Futare Escape Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, and I've read all 4 of them. Nay Nay Nay, there's only one volume, and I've read it. Catch These Hands, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read all 4 of them as well. Like a Butterfly, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. Please Put Them On, Takamine-san, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 2. Does It Count If You Lose Your Virginity to an Android? Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read Volume 1. Asumi-chan is Interested in Lesbian Brothels? Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read Volume 1. Couple of hentai, Spring Yearnings, which I haven't read yet, and When Budding Lilies Bloom, which I did read. Next is Double Your Pleasure, Twin Yuri Anthology. I've read about half of it. I should read the rest soon, I guess. Syrup, a Yuri Anthology. I've read Volume 1 through 4, and I've read Volume 1, 2, and 4. I actually skipped Volume 3 for some reason. Secret of the Princess, there's only one volume, I've read it. The Girl in the Arcade, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I haven't started it yet. Yuri Life, No Love, No Life, there's only one volume, I've read it. Demon Girl Next Door, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 3. One of my newer acquisition, She's My Knight. There's only one volume so far, in English, and I haven't started it yet. Look Back, there's only one volume, and I've read it. Monologue Woven for You, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, Volume 1 through 15, I've read up to Volume 11. Marmalade Boy, I've made a mistake all the other times I've talked about this. I thought they were double-sized volume, but they're not quite. There's 8 volume in the original series, but there's actually going to be a 5th volume with the last few chapters, so it's actually like 1 volume and 25% of another volume for each book. So, but anyway. Marmalade Boy, Collector's Edition, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. K-On!, the Complete Omnibus Edition, I haven't started it yet. This basically includes Volume 1 through 4. Next is Now Loading, there's only one volume, I've read it. The Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 5. Breasts Are My Favorite Thing in the World, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 4. Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow, Volume 1 through 9, I've read all 9 of them. This is the entire collection. The Voynich Hotel, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I haven't started the English version yet. But this is the entire collection. My lovey-dovey wife is a stone cold killer, volume 1 through 5. I've read up to volume 4. The manga version of Kuma 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 Bear, volume 1 through 7. I've read up to volume 2. Girlfriends, volume 1 through 5, through these 2 complete collection books. I've read all 5 of them. Skip and Loafer, volume 1 through 8. I've read up to volume 6. Otaku L, volume 1 through 6. I've read up to volume 3. Slow Life in Another World, I Wish, volume 1 through 6. I've only read volume 1. A Galaxy Next Door, volume 1 through 5. I've read up to volume 3. When Will Ayumu Make His Move, volume 1 through 13. I've read up to volume... I actually don't remember if it's 10 or 11. I think it's 10. I Married My Female Friend, volume 1. I haven't started it yet. 5 Seconds Before a Witch Falls in Love. There's only 1 volume, and I've read it. Next is After Hours, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've only read volume 1. Alter Ego, there's only 1 volume. I still haven't started it yet, and I think if I do this, it's gonna be better, yep. Teasing Master Takagi-san, volume 1 through 17. I've read, in English, I've read from 5 to 17, but technically I've read all 17 of them. I sold my French version of 1 through 6, and I had read up to volume 4. Our Teachers Are Dating, volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, and I've read all 4 of them, and I don't know why so many Yuri series and with only 4 volumes. Like, Futari Escape, Catch These Hands, and later you're gonna see the 2 of them are pretty much like this, also ended with 4 volumes. I don't know why. 4 seems to be such a cursed number for Yuri. Naturally not all of them, but anyway. Next is the 100 Girlfriend Who Really, 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 Really Loves You. Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to volume 2. Failed Princesses, volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, not counting the bonus volumes you can get digitally, 6.5. I've read all 6 of them. There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover Unless, volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read only volume 1. Oshinoko, volume 1 through 4, I've read up to volume 2. How Do We Relationship, volume 1 through 10, I've read up to volume 4, and 10 happens to be another of my newer acquisition. Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, volume 1 through 11, I've read up to 10, and again, 11 is one of my recent acquisition. Tamamo-chan's The Fox, volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 3. Oh, and Still Sick, volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read... only volume 1, and this is another number that seems to be recurring with Yuri manga. 3 and 4 seems to be the most common number of final volumes for Yuri series. The Executioner in a Way of Life manga version, volume 1 through 4, I read only volume 1. After School Bitchcraft, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've only read volume 1. To Save the World, Can You Wake Up the Morning After with a Demi-Human, volume 1 through 6, I've read up to volume 2. Divine Raiment Magical Girl Howling Moon, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've actually read all of them. If the RPG World Had Social Media, volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've only read volume 1. No, I haven't started it yet, sorry, I was mistaking about Last Run Archer, which does only have 2 volumes in the manga version, and I did only read volume 1. I Don't Know Which Is Love, volume 1 and 2, and they're reversed for some reason. So yeah, both volume 1 and 2 are quite recent acquisition. I've read volume 1 actually. The light novel version of The Saint Magic Power is Omnipotent. Oh no, this is the manga actually. Yeah, manga version of The Saint Magic Power is Omnipotent, volume 1 through 8. I've read only volume 1 and 2. And it's actually the same for the light novel version, except that I have up to volume 9. NTR Netsuzu Trap, volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've only read up to volume 4. Call of the Night, volume 1 through 14, I've read up to volume 8. Ana in Ina After School, volume 1, 2, and 3, another Yuri that ended with 3 volumes. I've read only volume 1 and 2. I've been waiting for volume 3 for like 2 years. It took me 2.5 years to get it, and I still haven't read it, even after I got it last summer. Even Though We're Adults, volume 1 through 7, I've read up to volume 2 or 3, I don't remember, I think it's 2. Goodbye My Rose Garden, yet another series that ended, another Yuri series that ended with 3 volumes, and I've read all 3 of them. Drugstore None of the World, The Slow Life of a Cheat Pharmacist, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 2. Mieruko-chan, I have the Volume 1 through 8 of the manga, and also have the official comic anthology. I haven't read the anthology yet, but I've read up to Volume 5 of the main manga. The White Cat's Revenge, as plotted from the Dragon King's Lab, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume... only 1 actually. Oreimo, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Ero Manga Sensei, the Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection that was released in English. I might actually remove these from my official collection as well, because we're not getting the other 9 volumes. I don't think so. Yeah, but I've read all 3 of them. The Tale of the Outcast, Volume 1 through 8, the entire collection. I'm actually reading Volume 5. I've just put it in the pile for the sake of this video. Days on Fest, Volume 1 through 5, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 3. The Golden Sheep, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read Volume 1. My Cute Little Kitten, Volume 1. I've read half of it through Scan's website. I haven't actually read the physical book. Our Wonderful Days, yet another Yuri that ended with 3 volumes, and I've read all 3 of them. The Eclat series, Colorless, Blanche, Bleu, Rouge, Orange, I've read the Colorless, and I've read the Orange one. I've skipped Blanche, Bleu, and Rouge. Witch's World, Witch's Love at the End of the World, yet another Yuri that ended with 3 volumes. I read Volume 1 and 2. Restaurant to Another World, Volume 1 through 4. I've read only Volume 1 and 2. This is the entire collection. Konohana Kitan, Volume 1 through 12. I've read up to Volume 7. 7. Futaribeya, Room for 2, Volume 1 through 9. I've read all 9 of them. And finally, Volume 10 is coming. Sadly, at the same time, because Volume 10 is the final volume, which is sad, because this is a really cute series. Touring After the Apocalypse, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read all 3 of them. Happy Sugar Life, the entire collection, Volume 1 through 10, I've read all 10 of them. And Perfect Girl, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Idle Dreams, Volume 1 through 7, I've read Volume 1. The manga version of Roll Over and Die, I'm not gonna say the full title because it's so fucking long. Volume 1 through 4, I've only read Volume 1. Trapped in a Dating Sim, The World of Otome Game is Tough for Mobs, Volume 1 through 8, I've read only Volume 1. Days of Love at Seagull Villa, I'm gonna repeat myself, but yet another Yuri series that ended with 3 volumes, I've read all 3 of them. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Volume 1 through 15, I've read up to Volume 10. Who Says Warrior Can't Be Babes, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. Little Witch Academia, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Sex Ed, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. Strawberry Fields, once again, as the title itself says, once again, series Yuri that ends with 3 volumes, I've read all 3 of them. The Alchemist Who Survived Now Dreams of a Quiet City Life, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, for the manga at least, I've read Volume 1. Gudere Sara Nagiara, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I've read only Volume 1 and 2. You can probably see that Volume 3 and 4 are still sealed, and I've had them for almost 3 years at this point. Now let's go see some French crap. I have a bunch of French crap, but this is my first of 2 shelves that have only French crap. I'm gonna try to tell you the English title, but I probably won't know all of them. So, Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I didn't even know 3 was out, and I saw it freaking used in a used bookstore in Montreal. So I got it because it was basically half the price I would have paid brand new, and it was in like pristine condition. It was the only thing that makes it look not new is the price tag that I may or may not have. Oh, there it is, the price tag here. That's the only thing that makes it look not new. I haven't started the series yet, by the way. This This is called Are We 2. It doesn't have an English title, so Are We 2 or Moving Forward in French for some reason. Volume 1 through 11, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 3. Partners 2.0, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read Volume 1. The French version of My Clueless First Friend, Volume 1 through 11. I've read all 11 of them. This one is upside down, but Miraculous, Volume 1, I haven't read it yet. I did watch the episode that's featured in this, though. Secret Girlfriends, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection. I haven't read these French book yet, but I did read the unofficial scans. Yokohama Kaidashi Kiku, Volume 1 through 12. I haven't touched these yet, but in English, unofficially, I've read up to Volume 4. Next is My Boy in Blue, Volume 1 through 14. I've read up to Volume 4. Corpse Party, Blood Drive is the third or fourth game on the PS Vita. I've read up to Volume 2. This is another one that I don't know the name in English, but Plongée dans la Nuit, Volume 1, 2, and 3. Another Yuri that ended with 3 volumes, and I've read none of them yet. Somersault Turn, Volume 1 through 5. I haven't started it yet. This is the entire collection, by the way. E Came for Learning Love, Volume 1, 2, and 3. The entire collection. I haven't started it yet. Heroine for Hire, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I read Volume 1. Lovely Loveless Romance, Volume 1 through 5. I've read up to Volume 3. I think, yeah, 3. Cette vie auprès de toi, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read up to Volume... I haven't started yet. Yeah, I haven't started yet. Madoka's Secret, there's only 1 volume and I've read it. Waiting for Spring, Volume 1 through 14, the entire collection. I've only read Volume 1. Super Cub, Volume 1 through 4. I've only read Volume 1 and 2. Dreaming Sun, Volume 1 through 5. I've only read none of them, actually. Whisker Away, Volume 1 through 3, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 2. And next is The Apothecary's Diary, I think it's the name in English. Volume 1 through 11. I've only read Volume 1. And now for some more French crap. Breath of Flower, Hannah No Bread, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've read both. Une si belle couleur, Volume 1 and 2, I haven't started it yet. This is the entire collection, by the way. Octave, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. And 2 and 3 are reverse, I just noticed. Oh, this is actually the book I wanted to remove from my collection. I thought I had removed it, so this one doesn't count. And Yet You Are So Sweet, Volume 1 through 4. I've actually randomly stumbled upon Volume 4 and 5. But I couldn't afford 5, so I'm gonna get it like next week or something. I've read Volume 1. Boss Bright Days, Volume 1 through 10. I've read up to Volume 2. Girlfriend, Volume 1 through 5. I've read up to Volume 2. I could have sworn I've got Volume 6 of that. Oh no, I reserved it. Yeah, I didn't buy it, I reserved it. But yeah, Entangled Assortment, Volume 1 through 5. I've read only Volume 1. Adabana, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I haven't started it yet. Our Summer Love, there's only 1 volume. I've read it. Witch Watch, Volume 1 through 4. I've read Volume 1. En attendant lundi, the entire collection. I've read Volume 1. Mon Colocating Gamers, Volume 1 through 5. I've only read Volume 1. Cross the Mountain, Volume 1 through 4. I've read up to Volume 3. Secret of the Magical Stone, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've only read Volume... I haven't started it yet, sorry. Luminous Blue, Volume 1 and 2. This is a Yuri that unfortunately ended with only 2 volumes. I've read both. A Couple of Cuckoos, Volume 1 through 11. I've read up to Volume 1. Quatre Frères pour moi, or Four Brother for me, if we translate it like word for word. Volume 1 through 4. I haven't started it yet. Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop, Volume 1, 2, and 3. The entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. Insomniacs After School, Volume 1 through 9. I've read up to Volume 8. Sent to Man, Volume 1 through 3. The entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Next is Migratory Bird and Snail. There's only I have I haven't started yet. There's only one volume so far. Mitsubishi Color, Volume 1 and 2. I've read Volume 1. Keep Your Hands Off Aizuken, Volume 1. I haven't started it yet. Don't remember the English title for this one, sorry. So, Mordu de Toi, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 2. Neko no Tera no Shion-san, Volume 1 through 9. I've read up to Volume 5. This is the entire collection. My Tiny Senpai, Volume 1. I haven't started it yet. Lost Island Alchemy, same thing. Volume 1, I haven't started it yet. Sakura Saku, Volume 1 through 4. I've only read Volume 1. Blade Girl, or Running Girl in French, Volume 1 through 3, the entire collection. I've only read Volume 1. My Neighbor Seki, Volume 1 through 10. I've read up to Volume 3. Country Girl, I'm not gonna say the rest of the title. Volume 1 and 2, I haven't started it yet, and I've had Volume 1 for 2.5 years now. Brother for Rent, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I've read Volume 1. Saotome Love and Boxing, Volume 1 through 10, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 3. Pseudo Aaron, Volume 1 and 2. I've read both of them. Alright, we're not even halfway done. I'm really getting slow at making these. Alright. So, Buffering, I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense, Volume 1 through 6. I've read up to Volume 3. Paradise Residence, Volume 0 through 3. I've read 0 and 1, which is inside this book. Otherworldly Izakaya Nobu, Volume 1 through 10. I've read up to Volume 8. I wonder when the other volume is gonna get released, because there's like 16 volumes in Japanese. Imakoi, Now I'm in Love, Volume 1 through 8. I've read up to Volume 6. Itomi-chan is Shy with Stranger, Volume 1 through 7. I've read up to Volume 5. No Matter What You Say, Furi-san is Scary, the entire collection. I've read all 5 of them. Cats and Sugar Bowl. There's only one volume. I've read it. No, I haven't, sorry. Pompo the Cinephile, Volume 1 through and 3. I've read Volume 1 and 2. Donut Under Crescent Moon, Volume 1 through... well, the entire collection, basically. I've read only Volume 1. Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, Volume 1 through 10. I've read up to Volume 8. And Hello Aharen-san. Azumanga Daioh, the Omnibus. I haven't started it yet. Next is I Can't Believe I Slept With You, the entire collection. I've only read Volume 1. Namikawa-san Won't Take a Licking, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 3. Please Go Home, Miss Sakutsu, Volume 1 through 4. I've read up to Volume 2. Tomo-chan Is a Girl, the entire collection. I've read all 8 of them. Inamatsuri, Volume 1 through 18. I've read up to Volume 13. My Dear Friend No Kotan, Volume 1 through 4. I've read only Volume 1 and 2. The Ideal Sponge Live, Volume 1 through 14. I've read up to Volume 2. Kindred Spirit, the entire collection, the complete collection. I've read it. The Girl I Want Is So and Some. I haven't read it. This is 2 volumes. Count Fujiwara's Suffering. I haven't read it either. And The Whole Humanity Has Gone Yuri Except for Me. I haven't read it either. And I have had this one for over 2 years now. Manga Record, Volume 1 through 6. I've read Volume 1. How Chan Can Study. I haven't started it yet. Agent of My Heart, the entire collection. I've read Volume 1. Daily Report About My Witch Senpai, Volume 1 and 2. I've read both of them. Gabriel Dropout, Volume 1 through 13. I've read up to Volume 11. The manga version of Wandering Witch, Journey of Alina, Volume 1 through 4. I've read only Volume 1. I'm in Love with the Villainess, manga version, Volume 1 through 5. I've only read Volume 1. Flying Witch, Volume 1 through 11. I've read up to Volume 10. Rainbow in Black, the entire collection. I've read all 3 of them. A Sign of Affection, Volume 1 through 7. I've read up to Volume 6. Aho Girl, A Clueless Girl, Volume 1 through 12. The entire collection. I've read up to Volume 5. The Condition of Paradise trilogy. I've read all 3 of them. The Omnibus collection of Puella Majima Doka Magica, so Volume 1, 2, and 3. I haven't read it yet. Rent a Girlfriend, Volume 1 through 22. I've read up to Volume 7. I'm seriously late with this one. Here Is My Job, Volume 1 through 11. I've read all 11 of them. Sayonara Football, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. Nishiju, My Ordinary Life, the entire collection, I've read all 10 of them. By the Grace of the God, Volume 1 through 9, I've read up to Volume 3. Rent a Really Shy Girlfriend, Volume 1 through 3, I've read up to Volume 2. I Want to Hit Your Pancreas, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both. There's, well, as you can see, complete manga collection. Blooming to You, and Blooming to You regarding Saiki Saika, as well as the Blooming to You anthology duology. I've read everything except the 2 anthologies. Well, technically I've read Anthology Volume 1 through Scan's website. Fractime Volume 1 and 2, I've read both of them. The Kazasan series and the Kazasan and Yamada series, I've read everything except Kazasan and Yamada Volume 2. If I Could Reach You, Volume 1 through 7, the entire collection, I've read officially up to 5, unofficially everything. The Great Jahi Will Not Be Defeated, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 2. Farewell to My Altar, there's only one volume, I haven't read it yet. My Senpai is Annoying, Volume 1 through 10 or 11? 10, I've read up to Volume 9. Citrus, Volume 1 through 10, and Citrus Plus, Volume 1 through 5, I've read everything except Citrus Plus Volume 5. Okay, now we're a bit more than halfway done. Yeah, a bit more. Alright. Collector box time. So, Silent Voice up to Volume 4. Quintessential Quintuplot up to Volume 4 as well. Cells at Work Volume 1 and Wotakoi Volume 1 and 2, because except for the last volume, they're all double-sized volumes. Now, I married my best friend to shut my parents up. I haven't started it yet. Sorry for My Familiar, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 3. Gal Gohan, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 4. My Dress Up Darling, Volume 1 through 10, I've read up to Volume 3. Sweet Blue Flower, the entire collection, I've only read this one book, so basically Volume 1 and 2. Vampire Dormitory, Volume 1 through 10, I've read up to Volume 8. Lovesick Ellie, Volume 1 through 12, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 3. Fly Me to the Moon, Volume 1 through 21, I've read up to Volume 17. The light novel version of Kuma 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 Bear, Volume 1 through 16, including 11.5, I've read up to Volume 5. Sunbeams in the Sky, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. My Secret Affection, the entire collection, I haven't started it yet. Honey Lemon Soda, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 3, I think. The Dangers in My Heart, Volume 1 through 7, I've read all 7 of them. Whisper Me a Love Song, Volume 1 through 7, and 7 is the very last book I got. I actually got it yesterday. I've read up to Volume 4. Perfect World, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 7. Beauty and the Beast Girl, there's only one volume, I've read it. The manga version of In the Land of Leedale, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. Volume 1, sorry. Superwoman in Love, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 4. The light novel version of Roll Over and Die, Volume 1 through 4, because I think it's being cancelled, so Volume 4 is basically the final volume, from what I've heard, sadly. I've read Volume 1 and 2. I got caught up in a Hero Summon, but the other world was at peace, Volume 1 through 6, I've read Volume 1. Cheeky Brat, Volume 1 through 9, I've read up to Volume 3. Love in Hell, the entire collection, I haven't started yet. Next is Kaguya-sama Love is War, Volume 1 through 27. I've read up to Volume, I think, 19, but I'm not sure. We Never Learned, Volume 1 through 21, the entire collection, I've read up to 16. Come You Can Communicate, Volume 1 through 28, I've read up to Volume 19. Oh wow, we're actually going a bit faster now for some reason. Probably because this shelf has a lot of collection I have a lot of books for, so it goes faster. Anyway, oh, there's a Bowser amiibo here. Doomsday with My Dog, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I haven't started yet. Living Room Matsunaga-san, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 8. Girls Last Tour, the entire collection, I've read up to, well, all 6 of them actually. Magic Artisan Dahlia Wilts No More, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 2. Cheerful Amnesia, Volume 1, I've read it. The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and Genius Young Lady, I'm just gonna say Magirevo from now on because it's a super long title to say. Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1. Mint Chocolate, Volume 1 through 9, I've read up to Volume 3. The light novel version of Little Witch Academia, The Nonsensical Witch in the Country of the Fairies, Volume 1. There's only one volume, I've read it. My Friend's Little Sister, As It In For Me, Volume 1 through 8, I've read it to Volume 4. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, Volume 1 through 9, I've read up to Volume 4. The manga version of Higehiro, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 5. Hello Melancholic, the entire collection, I've read only Volume 1. Arukana Receive, Volume 1 through 10, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 4. School Zone Girls, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 4. IP Kaneko's Killer Live, Volume 1 through 6, I've read all 6 of them. The light novel version of The Alchemist Who Survived Now Dreams of a Quiet City Live, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. You Like Me Don't You, So Wanna Go Out With Me, Volume 1, I've read it. Adachi Shimamura, Volume 1 through 11. Officially I've read up to Volume 8, but unofficially I've read all 11 of them. The manga version of Adachi Shimamura, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. Studio Apartment, Good Lightning, Angel Included, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both. Black and White, Tough Love at the Office, there's only one volume so far, and I haven't read it yet. My Special One, Volume 1 through 4, I've read it to Volume 3. A Condition Called Love, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 4. I Love You So Much I Hate You, there's only one volume, I've read it. If Witch Then Witch, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Sakurai-san Wants to Be Noticed, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. The Summer You Were There, Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1 and 2. The manga version of I've Been Killing Slime for 300 Years and Maxed Out My Level, Volume 1 through 11, I've read up to Volume 3. Yuri Espoir, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. Banished from the Heroes Party, manga version, I've read up to Volume 1. Alia Sometimes Hide Her Feelings in Russian, Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Chasing After Aoi Koshiba, another Yuri that ends with 4 volumes, but I've read half of it. Wandering Witch, the Journey of Elina, light novel version, Volume 1 through 12, I've read up to Volume 5. The light novel version of I Want to Heat Your Pancreas, I've read it. The light novel version of Banished from the Heroes Party, I've read up to Volume 2, and as you can see, I've up to Volume 9. I'm in Love with the Villainess, Volume 1 through 5, the entire collection, of the main series at least, I've read up to Volume 2. The Executioner and A Way of Life, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 2. The light novel version of Bofuri, Volume 1 through 11, I've read up to Volume 5. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten, Volume 1 through 5 plus 5.5, I've read up to Volume 4. Am I Actually the Strongest? Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. The Days with My Stepsister, Volume 1, I've read it. I've Been Killing Slime for 300 Years, light novel version. I haven't started the series, and there's 13 volumes. In the Land of Fleadale, light novel version, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 2. The 2 of them are pretty much like this. As I mentioned earlier, another Yuri that ended with 4 volumes. And I've read up to Volume 3. The light novel version of Higehiro, Volume 1 through 5, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 3. The light novel version of Magirevo, Volume 1 through 5, I've read only Volume 1. I Fell in Love with a Soapland Girl, Volume 1 through 3, which I believe is the entire collection. And I've read Volume 1 and 2. There's one shelf left, and it's a small one. We're almost done. My god, this is gonna be my longest video on this channel, is it? Just check the counter, and I think we just reached 35 minutes now. Yeah, almost. Anyway, Laid Back Camp, Volume 1 through 14. I've read all 14 of them. Non BRE, the entire collection, I've read all 16 of them. New Game, the entire collection, I've read all 13 of them. Bocchi the Rock, Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. The Girl with the Sanpaku High, Volume 1 through 4, I've read all 4 of them. The Family Circumstances of the Irregular Witch, for some reason they are shortened to Witch Family in French, I've read Volume 1. The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 6. Love's in Sight, Volume 1 through 5, I've read all 5 of them. Hug Me Please, I've read up to Volume... No, I haven't started yet, sorry. This one I don't know the name, sorry, in English. So, L'amour à l'excès, Volume 1 through 11, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. Shy, Volume 1 through 5, I've read Volume 1. Kiss the Scar of the Girls, Volume 1, I haven't read it yet, and although only Volume 1 is out in English, it's another Yuri series that ends with 3 volumes. The English version, sorry, of My Clueless First Friend, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume... Actually, I think I just read this one, Volume 1 and 2. Sweetness and Lightning, Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. And last but not least, two of my newer series. You Got Me Senpai, Volume 1 through 10, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. And Cat Plus Gamer, Volume 1 through 8, the entire collection. It's actually 2 separate collector's box. I've read Volume 1. Whew, 37 minutes. This is by far my longest video I've made with these. So, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.